I think we can all agree that anyone capable of the merest hint of rational thinking will know that racism is wrong. It was the great Martin Luther King Jr. who said, "I have a dream that one day my 4 little children will live in a nation where they are judged not by the colour of their skin, but by the content of their character." It's hard to argue with that. Now, an American friend of mine, who I know from outside of YouTube, upon viewing this channel, said that I should dedicate my platform entirely to fighting white supremacy. And if you watch this channel regularly, you'll know that when the opportunity arises, I do mock the far-right lunatics. But also, I post 3 or 4 videos a week, and if every one of them was about the evils of white supremacy, that would get old really fucking quick. So, once and for all, white supremacists are dickheads. In fact, anyone who thinks the colour of their skin, regardless of what colour that is, who thinks the colour of their skin makes them superior to anyone else, they are also dickheads, because racism is racism. And I know that there are groups of mostly upper middle class woke white people who'll be saying, "Oh no, only white people can be racist because of historical this and societal that." And to those people I say, have a day off and shut the fuck up. Also, stop trying to push your weird white guilt onto other white people, because I don't suffer from white guilt. Because I've checked, and I've never owned a cotton plantation or been part of the East India Company. In fact, anything that happened before March 1978, fuck all to do with me. So why am I talking about race and racism? Because I'm a middle-aged white guy, and that's as dangerous as trying to cross a minefield on a fucking pogo stick. Well, there's a YouTuber I follow, a proper YouTuber, not this shit, who goes by the name Ruined Leon, describing himself as the sexiest black man on YouTube, and I'm not going to argue with him. He posted a video about a protest at the end of February, which is Black History Month, by BLM activists outside Amazon's offices in New York, where they were demanding a racist product be removed from sale. And Leon was literally crying laughing. So this is the offending item, a fake credit card called the white privilege card. And that is fucking hilarious. It reads, "White privilege card, trumps everything, valid from birth through to death," and it's made out in the name scot-free. The joke's brilliant because it mocks both sides, not only the far-right loons, but also those on the far left who try and see racism even when it isn't there. So if we take the line, "trumps everything," that joke works twice. Because to people on the far right, the chaps who like to wear bed linen and set fire to crosses, Trump, Donald Trump, is everything. Some of those silly fuckers still think he's involved in a secret war against an army of global paedophiles. And Trump's everything also applies to those people who start banging on about white privilege as soon as they start losing an argument. For example, on Thursday evenings I watch Question Time. If you're from outside the UK, it's a political discussion show. But I've noticed a trend, and that's if one of the panel is a straight white guy, and Question Time's on the BBC, so that's becoming increasingly rare. But if the straight white guy makes a totally valid point, and someone else on the panel or in the audience who isn't a straight white guy can't come up with a productive counter argument, they just start screaming white male privilege. It's fucking lazy. Of course, white privilege does exist. Not to the extent that the screaming anti-everything brigade harp on about, but it was brought home to me last week. I was having a conversation with a young black guy, and he said to me, "You know what it's like when you're in your car and you get pulled over by the police?" And I had to look at him and say, "No, I don't. I'm a 40-something white guy. The wooden tops never pull me over." So I acknowledge that being a straight white man means that my life has been easier than that of many other people. But, and I think I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of straight white guys, I'm a bit sick of every time I turn on the news, we're in the fucking crosshairs when we haven't actually done anything. Now you may be thinking, "Danny, you said this protest in New York took place in February and it's now the end of March. Why have you waited this long to make the video?" Well, it's because the white privilege cards are made in the USA, shipping takes ages, and mine only arrived yesterday. Yes, this is my white privilege card, which I will be carrying in my wallet. And because I bought the white privilege card, I'm getting the black privilege card for free. And it's fine for me to carry that one as well, because it's 2022. And despite being a straight white guy, if I want to identify as a disabled black lesbian, I can, and anyone who disagrees with me is a fascist! And the black privilege card is labelled as the race card, and that's fucking hilarious as well. Because although we can all agree that racism in all its forms is utterly vile, so are the people who, when caught doing something they shouldn't be, immediately cry racism. One of the first videos I ever made for this channel was on that very topic. There was a time I was at the petrol station filling up my car, and a Turkish guy wandered across the forecourt on his mobile phone with a fag on the go. If you're from outside the UK, fag means cigarette. And I screamed at him, "Put that fucking fag out!" And he took a couple of seconds just staring at me, and then shouted racist. Now, I've played this scenario through in my head many times, and I don't know how he got to that, because his actions could have killed him, me, and everyone in the vicinity. But in his twisted mind, I was the fucking bad guy. Now, sadly, the people who were protesting in New York are playing straight into the hands of the far right, because clearly this is just a joke. And demanding it be banned makes them appear petty. And the far right will say they're just complaining for the sake of it. I would guess that anyone who isn't deliberately looking to be offended will see that this is just humour based on stereotypes. And humour is such an important tool if you're waging war against groups like the Klan, neo-Nazis or white supremacists in general, because it makes them look fucking ridiculous. And more to the point, anyone can buy this. I didn't have to send off a DNA sample to prove my Scandinavian heritage. So to the people who go out of their way to see everything as racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, etc. Here's some advice. Why not ease off a little bit and try and enjoy life? And given that in this country most of them are woke upper middle class white people, it should be easy with all their white privilege. So we know white privilege is a real thing. But I'm going to do something unusual for me and finish on a serious point. I mean, don't worry, I made loads of fuck-ups making this video, they'll be along shortly. And it's this. White privilege is real, but is there also a strange double standard going on? Because by now, I think we've all seen the clip at the Oscars where Will Smith absolutely bitch-slapped Chris Rock. Now, I first heard about this on the radio, and when they said that Will Smith had slapped Chris Rock, I thought they meant like that. But when you actually see the clip, he's trying to take his fucking head off. Once he'd returned to his seat, Will then said, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," which is rich, coming from a bloke who can't keep other men's cocks out of his wife. But he apologised and won't be facing charges. And my question is this. If a white actor had got up and assaulted, because that's what it was, had assaulted a black comedian, would an apology be enough? As ever, thanks for watching. I think we can all... First fucking line. Mine, who are now outside of YouTube, saw this channel. He asked, why don't you dedicate your entire platform to fighting white supremacy? Because that's going so well in the USA. Making this video now. Well, the white privilege cards are made in the USA, shipping takes ages, and mine arrived yesterday, and it's the wrong fucking way round. Pushing your weird white guilt onto other white folks, because I don't suffer from white guilt. Oh fuck. From white guilt. Because I'm not involved with slavery, human trafficking, prostitution, drugs. Fuck, my life's boring. It's only just struck me that Will and Jada's eldest son is called Jaden. We know who wears the fucking trousers in that relationship. Made a joke. It wasn't a nice joke. But you don't batter someone's fucking lights out for it. Tells the joke, Smith laughs, then looks at his missus, gets angry and goes and bitch slaps him. Has anyone checked Jada Pinkett Smith isn't still attached to the fucking Matrix? Privilege does exist, and as a straight white man, my life has been easier than that of others. I mean, I've never endured the struggles of the Saudi royal family. Oh, that's on. I guess the way... God. Fuck me up the arse with a prize-winning marrow. Well, turn off, you prick.